want to talk about the topic of um, recruitment agencies, the hidden job market, and then about this thing that I'm working on and how it all fits together. So I'm not sure where the sentiment is in this group in regards to recruiters and recruitment agencies, but I always have the feeling, especially when people enter the mastermind or the when I start working together with people, they have a very negative uh, association with recruiters or agencies. It's like, no, no, I don't want to. I'd rather not work with them. I'd rather find a client directly because then there's no intermediary. They cannot grab a grab a piece of your hourly rate. And I often hear this also in my in my personal people I know personally who are freelancing. They prefer to not work with freelance recruiters because then I don't know, they can work with the client directly. But when you think about it, it doesn't make sense. Like, what's the bad thing about a recruitment agency? You determine your hourly rate. Um, that's what you charge. If that's 80 euros an hour, then that's 80 euros an hour. Who cares if they put 2 million euros an hour on top? If you want 80 euros an hour and you get paid 80 euros an hour, if their commission is 2 million hours on top of your 80 euros, nobody cares. Um, you get paid, they get paid, the client can hire you. So that's one thing. Sure, like you can think in terms of opportunity costs, like, oh yeah, maybe I could have earned that 2 million euros an hour. Yeah, but would you have found that project in the first place if that recruitment agency didn't connect you to the end client? And that brings me to point number two. You're also kind of paying recruiters and recruitment agencies to find projects and contracts for you. In fact, if they maybe you're having a talk and it's not a match, you put in their system. They will think of you whenever there is a job vacancy where you're more of a fit. But the better thing is, once you are working through this intermediary for a client and the contract ends, they now also have an incentive to get you to a new contract as fast as possible because they're also losing money. That commission, what they put on top of your hourly rate, that's going to hurt them as well. They also have a reminder like, oh shit, this guy next month, we're not earning any money from him. Let's see if there's any clients, any contracts, any projects that we can put him on. And doesn't cost you anything. Yeah, the commission that might psychologically hurt you, but again, if your hourly rate is paid, the one that you charge, the one that you asked for, who gives a damn? You have somebody putting a commission on top of your hourly rate, and they're gonna basically start running for you and start finding projects and clients for you. So yeah, like I've all the freelance projects I've had were through recruitment agencies, third party recruitment agencies, because of course you can also have a recruiter who just works directly for a client. But I'm talking about intermediaries, third party agencies. Yeah, and I've never had a bad experience. Maybe a little bit of how do you say administrational stuff, like this last freelance contract I worked with. I had to what was it again? I had to fill out my hours for my manager. Then he had to sign it. Then I had to send it to this intermediary. Then this intermediary had to send it to them again, and then they would get paid. And like maybe that's like the only negative side, but like that meant maybe I got paid 1 week later. I could have been paid 1 week early or something. But yeah, nobody cares. Now, here is another negative side of recruiters and recruitment agencies, which we are going to turn a into something positive. It's that they all have their own networks. The bigger the recruitment agency, the bigger their advantage because they have a whole pool of clients on the one side and a pool of tech professionals and talents on the other side. When they're doing a really good job, they never have to put job vacancies on Indeed or LinkedIn or whatever big job platform. They can just utilize their own network. They have emails they can send out. They can call you up. They can, yeah, usually those two things happen. I still get emails from recruiters from when I was working as a data analyst 5 years ago. I still get called by recruiters because I'm in some kind of database or I've shared my resume X amount of years ago. But that's what you want as a freelance. You want to be put in as many of these databases as you want because your network grows as well. Like the more people you're connected with, the higher the chances of actually finding a match at the right time whenever you want to jump on a new freelance contract. But that also means if you're not in that network, you're missing out on the hidden job market.